I'm Taylor and welcome to the media team. We're going to be going over how to use ProPresenter 5. Alrighty, so as you can see, it's a pretty intense program going on, but it's really simple after I teach you. So you'll know everything that I know. So first off, as being a part of the creative team, we'd like you to be here 10 minutes before sound check on the actual service day, so on Sunday, and it depends on which campus you're serving at. So if you're serving on Sunday morning, we have our sound checks at 7, so if you could be there at 6:50 or during sound check whenever possible, that would be great. Just make sure you're there a half an hour before you're scheduled to serve. So if you're scheduled to serve at 9, make sure to be there at 8:30. So then same thing for LMC campus. If you're scheduled, make sure that you're here at 4, and then we'll get ready to do service and sound check. So the first thing you're going to do when you arrive is, if you get there early before sound check or after sound check, then you can start running through all of your slides and all the videos. You don't want to do it during sound check because it'll be distracting. During sound check, you're going to want to go through the actual song, so we're going to get to that, but you don't want to be distracting to them or to the rest of the creative team that's up here doing lights or doing sound, because that'll be distracting if you're playing a video while they're trying to do worship. So let's say that you got here 10 minutes before sound check. The first thing you're going to do is go to the very top of ProPresenter, and you're going to make sure right over here, oh, I can do this. So right over here it's going to say playlist, and you're going to make sure that you are on the correct date. So for this Sunday, it's January 22nd. And then you go to the very top of your slides, which is always going to be pre-roll. So then you're going to click on that. Oh, there's the music. And then you're going to scroll to the very end. It's really loud. And then you're just going to make sure that it loops correctly. And there you go. So that loops, so we're good. And then you can pause by this button right here. And then you're going to just go through the slides. So I'm going to check the 5-minute countdown. Make sure that that one stops, because we don't want our 5-minute countdown to keep going or to loop, because it's a countdown. You don't want that to loop. And then here's all of your backgrounds and slides for worship. So I'm just clicking on this one. You can use the space bar to go to the next slide, or you can use your mouse, whatever you feel comfortable with. So that's totally up to you. And then you're just going to click through the slides. It's best to do this while they're doing sound check. That's really the best time to do it. So then you check all of these songs, and then if there's any spelling errors, things like that, you want to keep your eye out on. So this is where it gets fun. You're going to be checking all the videos, and really the main two things that you're going to use is something called multi-screen settings queue and then media properties. And so you access that by right-clicking on the slide that you would like to edit, and then right over here it says add multi-screen settings queue, and this is going to allow you to set the main video to either the middle of the 3 screens or to all 3. So that's right here. So this is middle, text left and right, text middle, 3-screen video. So any video that we have, we want to make sure that that's set to 3-screen video. Otherwise, it'll be set to middle, and this is what that looks like if it's set to middle. And that's not what we want for pre-roll. We want to make sure that's on all 3 screens. So you just set it like that. So that's how you change the multi-screen settings queue. And really that just means you're changing the 3-screen output. And then to change media properties, it's only one slide below that. So right here on media properties, let me stop this. So then in this actually lets you change the color of the background, the speed of the background. It changes a bunch of stuff. So that's a really cool thing to do. But the only 2 things that you're gonna want to change is right here in this scale to fit, scale to fill, stretch to fill. And we always want it to be scale to fit. And I have a little chart right here that explains all of that too. So yeah, for what every setting is supposed to be. It's really hard to memorize, but it's okay. And then right here where it says behavior, you can actually make it loop or stop, and then palindrome makes it go all the way there and then go all the way backwards. It's really weird, but we want it on loop. So we make sure that that's on loop. And then that's how you do that. And then you always, after you change something, want to make sure that you save it, and you can do that by pushing Command and then S on your keyboard. You always want to do that whenever you change something. Yeah, so it's really easy. Cool. And then so an easy tell for if you've changed something and it isn't saved yet, here I'll show you. So let's say I edit right in here, hope we rise today, like even though it's totally the wrong lyric, and then I exit, and then I click on it. It didn't do it, bro. Come on. There it is. Okay, so if you notice, right over here, this is now turned yellow. And when it's yellow, that means that it is not saved and it needs to be saved. Or let's say ProPresenter comes out or something happens, it quits out and then the power goes out or something happens, whatever you've just changed will no longer be saved. So you want to make sure you do Command S, and then that has now turned white, which means that it's saved. And then I don't want it to say Rise Today, so I'm gonna Rise Today is not a band. Okay, and then save. So now it's white. Really, for every slide that has a media background on it, so by that I mean like a video or a background, one of those two types of things, it's gonna need to have the multi-screen settings set and the media properties correct. So for a background, you're gonna want that always set to middle, and right now this one's set to middle. And then media properties, you're always gonna want that on loop. And then it should already be all set, but if it's not, that's how you would go about changing it. Multi-screen settings queue. Sounds crazy now, but it's not. So let's say that you clicked on your background and it's supposed to be coming up, but nothing's coming up and it's just completely black, and then you go through the slides and the slides work. Then the problem is that your multi-screen settings queue is not set. And as you notice on all these other slides, there's like 3 screens going on, and that means that the multi-screen settings queue is set. So this one doesn't have that, which means it's not set. So the way you change that is you right click, you're gonna add the multi-screen settings queue and put middle because it's a background. And then you click on it and boom, there's your background. That's what happens. So that you are more than able to change, like that's totally okay to go in and edit. But anytime that you want to make a change to, let's say like this word is misspelled, or the worship leader decides to repeat a chorus or to add a bridge, or maybe they add a tag, anything like that, before you make any changes, you have to talk to the production manager, which will most likely be Trevor. So whoever's running sound, just go to Trevor and make sure that he knows that you changed something. But I recommend, yeah, just don't change anything. Just don't change anything. You're gonna have a run sheet with you when you come, and so when you're here at service, you're gonna have a run sheet, and any changes that you notice that need to be made, go ahead and write them down on the actual run sheet and say, in Wake, we need to add another bridge, or we missed a background slide and it's not in there, or something like that. Write that down and then show the production manager, because any changes that you make are going to, like any changes that you make in here are not going to change in live stream, because the live stream gets transferred, so everything that is in here gets saved and then put on a file and then put on the live stream computer. So then any changes you make after that are not on that live stream computer. So let's say you add another chorus, but then in the live stream computer there's not another chorus. So then when you click through the slides, it's going to get off, and then the live stream is going to mess up, and then it's just an explosion, and you don't want that to happen. So any changes or ideas you have that you need to make, write them down, show the production manager, and then if he says, okay, we can do that, then he's gonna go make sure that the live stream is okay to change. Okay, so you will get a walkie-talkie, and you're gonna make sure that it's set on channel 6. It's really fun, actually, to mess with it.
Power on. 8, 7, 6.
All right, so you're gonna make sure that you're on channel 6, and you are gonna be the person that communicates with the stage manager and with the production manager. So let's say that Pastor Dave's microphone goes out. What you would then do is ask the production manager if it's okay to give him a new wireless mic. Then, you know, if they say yes, tell the stage manager to get him a new one. Then you would say, okay, stage manager, go ahead and run him up a new one. And then at the end of videos, let's scroll down to the latest. Worthy Avenue. Okay, so here's our video. So let's say 30 seconds. So then you're gonna tell the stage manager 30 seconds so they can let Pastor Dave know there's 30 seconds left for him to go up to the stage. So that's all that you would be doing, is just giving them a countdown of how many seconds are left. So then it's about to be 10 seconds right here. So then you'd say, all right, 10 seconds, and then Pastor Dave would probably be walking up. So it's just making sure that the stage manager knows how much time is left, because obviously they can't see how much time is left on the video, only you can. So make sure to communicate that. The other thing is we have a confidence monitor, which is here at LMC, it's down right below us on this back wall that we're on, and that functions by this iPad that's right here. Can you see this? Oh, I can't like show you, but it's over here. So really, you just need to make sure that that is set, and you can communicate that with the stage manager using your walkie-talkie and just make sure that the screen is working. So you can say that by, is the screen working, on the back for the worship band to read the lyrics. And then if she says no, it's not on, then you would let the production manager know, and then he can fix it and make sure that it's all working for them. We just really want to make sure that that's working for them. And then, yeah, that's really it. And then you would just go through and make sure that all the backgrounds work, all of the images are popping up. And again, you just, if something's not, you just make sure the multi-screen setting is set. And then that's really it. And then at the end of service, you're gonna wait for the production manager to give you a cue, and then you're gonna hit the prayer roll. And then that's it. Piece of advice I can give you is when you're scheduled, you're able to actually look at the songs and listen to them within Planning Center. So you can do that by clicking, yeah, I have my phone. Okay. So on Planning Center, when you are scheduled, if my phone cooperates. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's set. You can go order of service, and then here's the songs. And then you just click on songs and MP3, and it'll play on your phone automatically. So I really suggest you listen to the songs. You get a feel for when there's an instrumental, when there's gonna be a stop, if we're gonna end differently. So like the beginning starts here, and then you're gonna know when to do it. But really, you need to change a little bit earlier, probably on the last phrase. So like, at break of day and hope we rise, hit, we speak your name, we lift our eyes, tune our hearts into your beat, where we, so like the last word is a really good time. The only issue is that there's a lag from the computer to the screen. So what I like to do is watch the screen during sound check and then see if I need to do it a little bit earlier, a little bit later. So really it's up to you to really find the sweet spot, but normally it's between the second to last or the very last word that you should be hitting the next slide. So we are so grateful that you've joined the creative team and that you get to be a part of this awesome experience, and the best is yet to come.